Yes. Today's session is on just a minute. Today's session is on how to overcome resource hurdle. Look, one thing I would like to share with you all is how do you go about implementing all these things in your personal and professional life? The best way to do it is, number one, you are all very attentive here when we are here, but at the same time, immediately after the class, try to go through the video 1 or 2 times so that the whole thing will get embedded, it will get internalized in you. After that, try to find the gist of it and see where you can apply it in your personal and professional life. Are you understanding what I mean? Now, for instance, when we talk about resources, there are 2 aspects to resources. One is a resource as a hurdle. The other is resource as a constraint. What do we mean by that? What do you understand by this difference? Resource as a constraint and resource as a hurdle. Yes, boliye Adilji.
Constraint means, so if I need say 100 people, so I am not able to get 100 people, so I get 80 or 90. That is my constraint. And hurdle is when I have got 100 people and I am not going to utilize those 100 people because of various reasons. I am not able to optimally utilize them. Thank you.
Thank you. Now you tell me, explain it to me in your family.
Yes, in my family, say my wife is there and my constraint could be she is not able to perform if she has some problem physically, and my hurdle could be so she is fit and fine, but she is whole day she is seeing some distracted by TV, by a friend, kitty party, this and that. That could be the hurdle.
Okay. So fundamentally, your understanding is quite right. Let me explain it in a way without bringing the wife into it, because you see, that can be quite a tricky thing.
Yes, sir.
Let us say your salary is 5,000 rupees.
Right.
Now that is a constraint. That is where the boundary is. You will have to live your life in that 5,000 rupees salary only. Hurdle is how can you optimally utilize it so that those things which are essential in your life can be achieved within that 5,000 rupees is the hurdle. Are you understanding what I'm telling? So you see, the first thing that as an entrepreneur or as a professional that you need to understand is how to identify between a constraint and a hurdle. If you don't know how to identify between these two, then you are going to be spending a lot of your time and energy doing the wrong things. Maybe in a very efficient way, but you might be doing the totally wrong thing. And that will be a wastage. Be it in your professional life or in your personal life. Okay, that's what today's session is going to be. How do we overcome resource hurdle? Most of the time, people make a mistake in thinking that resource constraints are resource hurdles. And they keep beating their head against a wall which cannot break. A constraint is something you can do nothing about. It is hard. It is a hard fact. Supposing, let us say, you have got 50 lakh rupees in the bank, and to do something, you require 1 crore. Now, is this a hurdle or a constraint?
It's a constraint.
It's a constraint. It's a hard fact. Now, when will it become a hurdle? It will become a hurdle when if you do not know how to utilize this 50 lakhs, operate within that 50 lakhs to achieve the best possible result that you want. Thinking that you want to do something which will require 1 crore with the 50 lakh is wrong. You cannot do it. But you can see how you can utilize this 50 lakh to get the maximum mileage out of it. Business in life is all about understanding the constraints which draws the boundaries within which we operate and utilizing it correctly so that they get you the best return on investment. Okay, let's begin today's session. We will start with a case study. The case study is Fresh Bite Foods, a Bangalore-based startup founded in 2019, has established itself by offering ready-to-cook preservative-free meal kits to young professionals residing in metro cities. Ankita, an IIM graduate with a flair for strategy, and Raghav, a food technologist passionate about clean eating, had started the venture with a seed funding of 2 crore from angel investors in 2020. By 2023, the company had established a presence in Bengaluru, Hyderabad, and Pune, and its monthly revenues had reached 55 lakhs. Yet profitability remained elusive. And with investor pressure mounting, the team now faced the challenge of proving they were ready for the next stage of growth and could attract Series A funding. At the time, the company had about 60 lakhs in bank with a monthly burn of 15 lakhs. Ankita often pointed out that competitors like Label Foods and Licious were running flashy campaigns, and she argued Fresh Bite risked being forgotten unless they matched their visibility. She pressed the case for Mumbai expansion within 3 months, convinced the venture capitalists were watching closely and would only back a brand that looked big and ambitious. Raghav, though, worried whether it was wise to stretch operations when their current cities were not yet fully tapped. Can you take a screenshot of this? Screenshot taken?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The startup employed 28 people, 10 in operations, 12 in sales and marketing, and 6 in R&D. Ankita believed the marketing team was stretched too thin and insisted they needed at least 5 more hires. Raghav countered that the R&D group was bogged down in day-to-day troubleshooting and had little bandwidth for innovation, which he felt was critical for differentiation. Meanwhile, the marketing had suggested that the low-cost influencer campaign in local neighborhoods were delivering better results than expensive ad blitzers. Still, his view often got drowned out in discussions about catching up with the big players. Behind closed doors, 7 employees voiced their own doubts. They felt that without raising big money, Fresh Bite would never hope to compete at the same level as a well-funded giant. This unspoken belief seemed to weigh heavily on the team, despite evidence that nimble targeting actions were working well in some markets. Can you take a screenshot of this? Taken? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
At a recent board meeting, the debates sharpened. Should the company invest its remaining fund in a rapid Mumbai launch to signal scale or deepen penetration in existing cities where traction is already visible? Should they hire more people or rethink how the current staff was deployed. Was the real barrier a genuine shortage of money or people, or was it how the resources was being perceived and applied? This is the case study. This is a very routine case study. This happens in every company. Identify which challenges are actual constraints and which are resource hurdles. Number two,
Sir,
if you are advising
ideally
fresh
there are only three disconnections. There are 3 screenshots to be taken. Fine, this thing.
Just a minute. Have you taken all the screenshot of all the pages?
I am asking, are there only 3 total in total?
3 pages.
Fresh
Yes.
this I have
Take this.
taken.
Yeah. This we have taken. This we have
I have
taken.
taken 5. I have taken
Your
one that
voice
is
is
of-
breaking. Your voice is
Again,
breaking,
fresh
Yogesh ji. Your voice is breaking. Have you taken this?
No, sir, this has copied on.
Have you taken this? Screenshot ले लीजिए ना पहले.
सर वही ले रहा हूँ. हाँ हो गया.
Now identify
three
identify which challenges are actual constraints and which are resource hurdles. If you are advising fresh bite, how would you prioritize limited resources? What hotspot should fresh bite focus on to get the most significant impact without additional funds? How should founders tackle the perception hurdle inside the team? These are the questions for your number 1. Which are the real hurdles and which are only constraints? Number 2, if you are advising fresh bite, how would you prioritize the limited resources? What hotspot should fresh bite focus on to get the most significant impact without additional funds? How should the founders tackle the perception hurdle inside the team? Okay? Please take the screenshot. Okay. Now, you have in front of you 30 minutes. We will not go into a breakout room. We will continue discussing here. I want you all to discuss these problems and come up with the solution.
Fresh Bite Foods in Bangalore, they started found in 2019 has established itself by offering ready to cook.
It is 10:54 here
Ready to cook.
and 11:24.
Meal
We will come back.
kits. Meal kits to young professionals residing in metro cities. Ankita and I am ready to declare study and other.
Yes, sir. Namaskar, Goswami, sir.
नमस्कार 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 सर.
Sir.
नमस्कार. आप वापस आ गए हो?
हाँ वापस आ गए.
चलो फिर आपको मिलता हूँ.
हाँ आ जाओ. वेलकम.
मैं एक नाइट के लिए जा रहा हूँ.
Can I make a note, sir?
Yeah,
Can I
please
make a
start.
note?
Start.
Yes, start.
Find a leader and then one of you make the note, one of you coordinate the discussion.
Sir, first question I will write. First one.
Yes. First one is identify which challenges are actual constraints.
Identify which challenges are actual constraints and which are resources hurdles. That question we can answer.
Resource burden.
Identify which challenges are actual constraint and which are actual resources. If you are, how would you prioritize limited resources? What hots? So who is our leader now? Who will coordinate? Adi.
Actually, I am making the notes, sir.
Okay. Oh, that's good. If you are making
Yeah.
notes, then very good. Then you will be presenting, huh? If you are making notes.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
We will be doing it.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can only, I can, one person, one, I will do the,
No. A person who is making notes is a presenter.
okay.
Okay, fine. Now, who will coordinate, sir? Who will be coordinating?
Yourself
You
can
name
take
it.
the lead, sir.
Huh?
Yourself can take the lead, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
One is challenge
now,
is we can write the finance, sir. Finance is a challenge. Finance,
so
money.
first,
I think first, uh,
first
if it is
question is,
better to reread this paragraph fully first.
first question is identify which challenges are actual constraints and which
And
are
which
the
are
hurdles.
resource hurdles. Yeah.
Which are have we followed the question, everyone?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Otherwise, I
now
can share the screen, sir.
now
1 minute. Share the
now
screen.
let us read one by one. You are challenging. You are sharing the screen.
Sir, I can read, sir, no problem. That's right. Yeah,
Okay.
Bangalore-based startup. Can I read?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can read.
A Bangalore-based startup founded in 2019 has established itself by offering ready-to-cook, preservative-free meal kits to young professionals residing in metro cities. Ankita, an IIM graduate with a flair for strategy, and Raghav, a food technologist passionate about clean eating, had started the venture with seed funding of 2 crore from angel investors in 2020. By 2023, the company had established a presence in Bengaluru, Hyderabad, and Pune, and its monthly revenues had reached 55 lakh. Yet profitability remained elusive, and with investor pressure mounting, the team now faced the challenge of proving they were ready for the next stage of growth and could start Series A funding. At the time, the company had about 60 lakh in the bank with a money burn of 15 lakh. Ankita often pointed out that competitors like Rebel Foods and Lysius were running flashy campaigns, and she argued Frostbite risked being forgotten unless they matched that visibility. She pressed the case for Mumbai expansion within 3 months, convinced that venture capitalists were watching closely and would only back a brand that looked big and ambitious.
Okay,
Raghav, though
hold
worried
on.
whether it was.
Hold on. Please read it. At the time, the company had about 60 lakhs in the bank with a monthly burn of 15 lakhs. Ankita often pointed out that competitors like Rebel Food and Delicious were running flashy campaign. What is this? And she argued Fresh Bite risk being forgotten unless they match their visibility. Whether visibility or marketing is a constraint or it is a challenge. Let us first decide this thing.
It is a constraint, I think.
So please write one by one. So
here constraint is
Our-
60 lakhs is a
our-
constraint, sir.
our constraint is we are spending monthly expend. Our
Excuse me.
constraint is we are not having enough money, enough liquid money, and we are spending the money, whatever is the 15 lakhs rupees.
Can you write,
And-
sir, liquidate money? Cash,
yeah.
cash is not there.
Later,
Cash.
later on we can modify. 15
So
lakhs
liquid
rupees
cash is
is
the one constraint.
no 15 lakh rupees is expenses every month.
Okay.
It means
So
we
this
have
is clear
only
as
monthly
we
sir.
have
borrow
only
15
4 months
lakhs.
reserve.
Only 3 to 4 month reserve is there.
Yeah.
This is the constraint.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
60
And
lakhs is
Yeah, clear.
60 lakhs and 15 lakhs is constraint.
and the challenge is our competitor, whose marketing is much better than they are ahead of us, and we are not visible. We are not visible in the market. That
That
much
is-
what our competitor is.
That is a
That is a
hurdle,
big-
isn't it?
Yeah,
That is a hurdle, yeah.
That is a hurdle.
Hurdle.
No. Just again, everybody think we may be wrong also.
Sir, first and the foremost thing, my view is 4 months reserve.
So 60 lakhs is only 60 lakh in the bank. Is it a hurdle or a constraint?
It
It's
is
a
a constraint.
constraint, sir.
It's
Constraint.
it's a hurdle.
It is a constraint.
It's not a
Yes,
constraint.
sir.
Constraint only, sir. The money is less means it's a constraint only.
Okay.
Constraint only.
Then the challenge, is it a hurdle or it is a challenge? It is a what is it? It is a hurdle.
It
See,
is a
this
hurdle.
Here hurdle
Hurdle.
is 60 lakhs. Within 60 lakhs, how they are going to do the full campaign and improve the sales? It's a hurdle.
Yeah. Now both ways. Some people are saying hurdle. Some people are saying constraint.
My
us
internet
first
is slow. I don't know.
Let us first decide this thing. 60 lakh rupees we have only for 3 months. We have liquid money and on the other way and the
4
on the other
months,
side
4 months.
4 months. Okay, 3 to 4 months, no problem. And our competitor, it is much better than us. It is going ahead. It is a challenge, It
Sir,
is a
Sir, Anil sir,
yeah.
Anil sir, Anil
Ah.
Goswami sir.
yes, sir.
First I'm writing
Yes.
is a 15 lakhs expenses per month and 4 month cash reserve is a constraint. Is it correct? Can I go
Yeah.
second point?
Correct, sir.
I
Correct,
think
correct.
You are
Second
right.
it is
point B.
constraint.
You can tell B.
Yes. Yeah, majority of us constraint. Yes.
B is a
And
B
then-
is a hurdle, I think.
And then, our marketing is very poor. We are not visible
Campaign.
in the market. That is our hurdle.
market poor market visibility. What?
Poor marketing, yes. Poor visibility, that is marketing. It is our hurdle. We
Yeah,
can,
that is correct.
hurdle can overcome, as sir told, hurdle can be overcome, but constraint, we are fixed. Constraint, we cannot.
Yeah.
So,
Only two, sir.
now-
One is a 4 months cash reserve is a constraint. Second one is a poor marketing visibility. That is second hurdle. That is both are
Hurdle.
enough.
Yes,
Hurdle.
let us go. Let us go. Please read
Okay.
now.
Sir, I just slightly
She pre-
differ here.
now.
So
I
this
slightly
team
differ
size of
here.
28, that is also a constraint, sir?
Which one, sir?
Only
Team
sir?
size of 28 people.
Yeah, that is a constraint only. That is hurdle only. Hurdles, I think.
Hurdle.
Means resources, limited
us-
manpower, limited.
Yeah,
Let us-
limited.
Let us read now.
That may be
next line.
constraint, sir. That is limited manpower is a constraint as per my knowledge. Not
Yes, sir.
a
Constraint it
hurdle.
will be.
No. Let us
Let
read
us-
and then decide. Let us read it. Next line. Who is
Okay,
reading? She pressed the case for Mumbai expansion and the expansion within 3 months, convinced that venture capitalists were watching closely and would only back a brand that looked big and ambitious. Raghav, though worried whether it was wise in stretch, the startup employed 28 people, 10 in operation, 12 in sales and marketing, and 6 in R&D. Ankita believed the marketing team was stretched too thin and insisted they needed at least 5 more people. This is a hurdle
Okay.
or a constraint. Or what do you think? They wanted
Well,
more people, they had less people. It is a constraint.
it is a constraint, sir. Manpower resource
is a
limitation is a
constraint.
constraint.
It's a
It is a
constraint.
constraint. It is a
And
constraint.
limited manpower I return. That is a constraint.
Yes, it is a constraint. Correct. Raghav countered that R&D group was bogged down to day-to-day troubleshooting and had little bandwidth for innovation, which he felt was critical for differentiation. What is this R&D? This is a constraint or a hurdle?
Hurdle,
Hurdle,
sir.
sir.
Hurdle.
Okay. Okay, please
Easy
write
hurdle.
this point as hurdle.
Which one, sir?
Me-
Can you repeat? Sorry.
Raghav countered R&D
R&D.
group was about R&D group. Activities of R&D group is a constraint or a hurdle?
Less manpower in R&D group.
Yes.
That is hurdle, no?
Yes,
No,
sir.
that is not
hurdle.
that is a hurdle. In my view, also it is a hurdle.
Okay.
Because it is a wrong planning. They are bogged down there. Meanwhile, the marketing had suggested that a low-cost influencer campaign in local neighborhood were delivering better result than expensive ad blitz. So what is this? Meanwhile, the marketing has suggested that low-cost
Anilji,
influencer
Anilji,
campaigns. Yes, sir.
see the previous line, if you read it, there is already a company, two companies which at low cost, they are able to penetrate better with low campaign.
You are right.
Which
You are right,
means,
sir.
which means it is possible for Freshbite also to ensure that they are able to penetrate with proper focus in marketing. It need not be flashy marketing like what the two companies they talked about.
But
Even a silent.
it says his views often got drowned out in discussion about catching up with big players.
Sir, it means that it is a hurdle because they have a resource, but the team is not allowed to use it. Okay,
Yes.
so it is a hurdle.
It is a big hurdle.
Yes, sir.
Behind closed doors, several employees voiced their own doubts. They felt that without raising big money, Freshbite could never hope to compete at the same level as well as funded giants. So this is also a what is
Constraint.
This is a constraint. This is a constraint.
Yes, sir. This is a constraint.
This is a
Yeah,
constraint.
which one,
Please
sir?
write down.
Which one?
Please.
Which one, sir?
They
New
felt
money,
without
sir.
raising money.
Fund
Already
financial-
written, no? That the limited cash reserve is written already.
No, sir. The final one.
Right. This
Future
is a financial
Okay,
constraint.
okay.
This is a
Okay.
financial constraint. It is a financial constraint to raise more money. To raise more money is a financial constraint. The unspoken beliefs seem to weigh heavily on the team despite evidence suggesting that nimble targeted action were working well in some markets. At the recent board meeting, the debate sharpened.
Actually, totally we have the 4 questions, sir. You are talking only first one only. We are written till now.
No. We are mixed up.
Second. Sorry.
Then we will finalize it, sir. What is
we will finally modify.
Are you able to see my screen, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Second one, what is the answer? For somewhere I missed it, I think. Second one. If you are advertising Freshbite, how would you prioritize the limited resources?
Sir, let us clear all the hurdle and constraint for the first point, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Let us assign what is a hurdle and what is a constraint. Then we'll go for a planning. How to avoid.
Sir, in the example what Arun sir gave, where 1 crore is needed but 50 lakhs was available, how you deploy that 50 lakhs is very important rather than thinking about, oh, we don't have 1 crore. If you remember,
Optimize
that's
iteration, sorry,
example
sir. Optimize iteration.
Arun sir gave.
Optimize iteration.
Okay, so whatever the utilization of the resources is what, whether it is done properly is something which we need to review about.
Sir, one more hurdle is there here. This lack of alignment between Ankita and Raghav. Ankita is planning for expansion. Raghav is planning for optimization. This is an internal leadership misalignment.
Yes,
this
sir.
is a hurdle.
There is also a conflict, right? This may be a hurdle. Yeah.
Hurdle.
It's a hurdle. It's a hurdle.
It's a hurdle.
We have written lack of alignment.
Yes.
Written, you know? Okay.
Mm.
Lack of leadership, internal leadership alignment. Misalignment, lack of internal alignment.
Lack, if it is a lack of, then it is a hurdle, not a constraint.
Yeah, it's a
Hurdle
hurdle.
only written, sir. Hurdles only written.
Hurdle
Yes,
only
yes.
written.
Right, sir.
Hurdle
Right,
only.
right. Thank you.
Second one, sir, if you were advertising fresh bite, how would you prioritize the limited resources?
See, we
It is
have
like
already
innovation
two
thinking.
companies which is already doing at a low campaign. What is that they are doing successfully, which can emulate in the 3 cities is something which we can review about.
Yes.
Instead of going on expanding, which means fresh people need to be brought in, a lot of money has to be pumped in. It's very important to consolidate already the market where they are doing well, like Bangalore, Pune, and Hyderabad.
Yes,
You
sir.
see,
Always,
there is some difference in opinion about the members. First of all, we should be on the same page. Let us sit down together and be aligned with each
This
other.
multi-skilling also will help the optimization the resources also. That is one requirement I've seen. Some companies they will do the multi-skill instead of the one activity. People will do 2-3 tasks. That time we can optimize the resource also. That we can write here. Can we write, sir?
Cross-functional work.
The multi-skilling of resources.
We try to align our.
Where multi-skills of resources has been brought, sir?
We try to align with all team members together.
The multi-skilling of available resources are written.
For a common goal, we should align each other.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay.
Sir, where it is written, this multi-skill part of it?
If you are advertising, you see, suggesting fresh bite, how would you create the limited resource? How you are limiting the resources? What methodology?
Correct, sir. I'm asking you a question. Where it is talking about this saying, what is that? Multitasking. Why we need to do multitasking?
So with a limited manpower, they have to do the marketing as well as R&D.
Marketing R&D maybe we can.
No, sir.
I have not seen any combination.
So for that,
the job function itself is different. It's a job function itself is different. You cannot combine.
Where we can mix,
with
some
egg.
people can use both.
No, it is
You
written
cannot combine egg with apple. You cannot combine chicken with other things. We have to be very clear. R&D function is different. Marketing function is different.
No, sir, it should be aligned. Depends upon the marketing. The R&D should decide design accordingly like that in the market.
See, aligning is different. Multitasking is different.
Okay, understood.
With the limited manpower, how they will enhance, sir? We have to do that multitasking. Otherwise, how they will do it?
The many companies they will do the multitasking. Nowadays it started. In RTC bus also, no, before one driver was there, one is a conductor was there. Now remote only one driver. He will go.
Can we say instead of expanding in 3 towns, let us focus one by one town because of the limited resources. Let us focus on 1 and scale to 2 and then 3.
Yes.
Yes, that looks good strategy, sir. Focus on one, sir, one group, something.
Focus on one completely, then second, then third.
One site we can call, one site or what we can call?
One city.
Yeah. There are 3 towns. 3 towns. It is written now. 3 towns.
Focus on one town.
Mumbai. So focus on one, then slowly
and
scale up to
next second.
Mumbai and Hyderabad. There are 3 towns.
First, which one will focus, sir? Mumbai.
Focus on one, then take up another, then third one.
No, Mumbai. No, first focus on Mumbai.
Okay, Mumbai.
Second.
Hyderabad.
We can say Hyderabad.
Hyderabad. Okay, I like.
Then Pune.
Pune.
Sir, why
Mumbai, sir? Already the operations are not there in Mumbai.
No, no,
You
Mumbai
have
is
to
not
start the
Mumbai, sir.
operation, mean it is involving people, it is involving cost, it involves additional marketing, etc., which means the resources are diluted.
So first one is Bangalore, second
Sorry.
Hyderabad, next is Pune.
Then this is now. So,
Okay.
okay,
Second
three towns,
Hyderabad, third one is Pune.
Yes.
whatever it is. Mumbai is
Okay.
not there, huh?
Sorry, that's okay.
Mumbai, they don't do it, sir.
Yeah, third one, sir. What hotspots should Freshbyte focus to get the most significant impact without additional funds? With limited resources only, we want to operate.
Hotspot means where you will get the positive results, better results, where we
Maybe
can
Bangalore,
focus
no? First time I told Bangalore.
any one by one. You not a first Bangalore, whatever it is, whatever you want to write. And then the team should, it should be bottom-up approach, so not top-down approach, because everybody, it should be inclusive knowledge sharing.
Sir,
We're
one
talking
thing
about
I want to
focus,
tell you, you cannot do like first Mumbai or Bangalore, then Hyderabad, then Pune, because already operations are there in 3 cities. So how you have to optimize the operations, how you have to optimize output is what we have to look into it. You cannot cut down and say that now I'll focus on Bangalore, I'll neglect Hyderabad and Pune, then come down to Hyderabad, then I'll come down to Pune. By that time, the market of Pune and Hyderabad will collapse.
Correct.
Yeah, Suresh sir, I understood. Can you tell in what we can write here? We started this it. Something like a one way speed up, somewhere other one will slow up, like that. One way will be speeding.
Sir, what we have to do is we have to optimize the resources in all the 3 cities.
But optimize because of the constraint, how to do it?
Okay, very good question you have asked. My question to you all is, optimizing means what?
Optimize means whatever resources are there, we fully utilize it.
Yeah. Have we utilized or not, we don't know. It is only saying 12 people are there in marketing, 6 people are there in R&D. Have they utilized the...
No. Optimizing means with the same resources, we change some technology or something.
That's what I am saying, sir.
Or
with the
we
existing
outsource.
team, have we tapped all the resources?
Or we outsource certain things to some.
That is also possible.
We can outsource because certain things.
Marketing suggests that low cost influencer campaign that also can look
optimize. Optimization is good. Low cost marketing should be employed.
How to optimize unless you outsource something to somebody, so that this is a constraint, your resources. Limited resources are there.
So here one paragraph they are telling this marketing head suggested that the low cost influencer campaign in local neighborhood were delivering best results than expensive ad builds.
That is what I was telling about. We have to look into it, what they are doing, which is giving optimum results, so that we can actually emulate the same thing in Freshbyte.
Better monitoring, some outsourcing, certain activities prioritizing.
Think about the 4M, 4C
man-machine metal method. 4M means man-machine metal method, something?
No. First, clarity. What is the clarity for us? Then, what are the complexities? Then, what is the challenges?
The fourth is how should founder tackle the perception hurdle? This is a very important point. Perception hurdle inside the team. That the inside team has all the doubts whether they can achieve or not. You have to build up the confidence in them. perception hurdle.
5
they are
more
not
minutes
able-
left. 5 more minutes left.
Thank you, sir.
Sir,
So-
small victories will increase confidence.
Yes,
It is not about big victories.
So-
Small victories
regular
in
weekly
local
meetings.
level will increase the confidence.
Yes.
We do weekly meeting and try to receive the feedback
to-
feedback.
Suggesting from the employees, sir.
Yes, feedback and suggestion from all.
Also
that-
try to understand their capabilities.
Sir, one more point I would like. They were
Capability.
more. Yes, sir. Can I give my information, sir?
Yeah, please,
What
sir.
is
Sure,
this?
sir. Correct, sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir. Which one you are talking?
The company was marketing for only young professionals. They could see the on next generation
Outsourcing.
people also. They were
Freshers.
focusing only on young professionals. Instead, within the same metro city, they can opt for older people also who are residing in the apartment or something like that. Within that area, they can expand that market, sir. Only they have concentrated for young professionals. Ready to cook. Okay, sir. How about this point? We have to see other customer base also, isn't it? We can tap into other customer base.
So you have to write clear 4 answers. Identify which challenges are actual constraint and which are resource hurdle. Number 2, if you are advising fresh bite, how would you prioritize limited resources? And third question is, what hotspot should fresh bite focus on to get the most significant impact without additional funds? We don't have additional funds. This is a constraint. How should the founders tackle the perception hurdle inside the team? Perception hurdle, of course, with meetings.
They should be open. They should take the team into
And,
consideration.
Yes, correct.
And we should have
Because
total,
the
dashboard. We should have
Yes, sir.
dashboard so that everybody.
Dashboard, we found out their capabilities first.
No,
and then
everything is clearly visible. Dashboard.
Then cross-functional method may be used for that
Dashboard.
removing dashboard.
Introduce dashboard.
Yeah, I written, sir. Dashboard I written.
Yeah. So that we are no confusion. Everybody can.
Yes.
Can
Understand their.
Now you can reframe whatever you have written.
Can I read, sir, once again? Time is there.
Yes, sir.
Sureji.
First one is you identify the which challenges are actual constraint and resource hurdles. We written that 15 lakhs expenses per month and 4 months only cash reserve is there. Limited manpower is. This is a constraint. Hurdles is like a poor marketing visibility, R&D group activity, lack of internal leadership alignment. Second thing is if you are advising freshman, how could you prioritize the limited resource? Means we written multi tasking of available manpower resources in operation. Focus on Bangalore, second Hyderabad, and that Pune. Third one is what hotspot should fresh bed focus to get the most significant impact without additional fund. Means optimization the resources, meetings, ideas, dashboard, those things, methodology were written. Last but not least,
I am against this multitasking of available manpower, focusing on one city and then to the next city, another city. This is my view. Anyway, I am leaving it to the group.
Okay, sir. It is not like that. We'll employ it accordingly. Sir, team cohesion should be there, sir, because they were not taken into consideration.
Like a team building, you're talking?
How should the founders tackle the perception hurdle inside their team? So they should have a regular meetings.
Online.
Openly, what was the profit and loss? They could share those things, isn't it?
Online meetings.
Yes, sir.
In various times, yes.
Okay, friends, unshare the screen now. Welcome back. So what were the difficulties that you found in it? What did you find difficult about this? This is a very common, this is a very, very routine problem in any organization.
Yeah.
Right? There is a certain amount of money in the organization. There is an objective in front of the organization. There are different stakeholders in the organization. Each stakeholder's objective is to get the highest amount of resources for his functioning. Correct? This is what is happening here. Okay. So now you are the CEO of the organization and this problem has come to you. That is why you are sitting here trying to solve it. Otherwise, you would also be one of those departmental heads who is trying to take the maximum amount of money from the company, isn't it?
Yeah.
How do you think you should approach it? What is the problem you faced when you are handling this?
Resource allocation for for their teams. Proper allocation.
Yes, Nageshwara sir, what is the problem that you are facing? So you are a consultant. A company comes to you with this problem. This is the problem the company has brought to you. There is a fresh bite says, I want Ramvin Engineering Services to be my consultant and solve this problem for me.
I think the resource, the talent should be counted. Who is having the talent and how they can be effectively utilized. That is one. Then the money spending, the cost effectiveness also should be there in campaigning, as well as how to go to market. That person.
See, for any consultant or proprietor, what should he first find out when he is addressing a problem?
We should find out the hurdles.
Let me ask you in a different way. I suddenly, let us say we are all in Bangalore, I suddenly tell you, come on, let's go and watch a cricket match. What is the first question you will ask?
Budget, sir.
Okay. What is the first question you will ask me?
Time frame, sir.
Time.
Objective, purpose.
Objective.
Okay. Okay.
What is the purpose?
Let me tell you. I'll tell you. So you said first time frame. It is 9 a.m. in the morning to 4 p.m. in the evening. Given. Time frame given. Next.
Who are all the attendees?
Yeah, it is the matches between India and Australia. Next.
What is the transportation we take?
We will take the taxi, Uber. Next.
Who are all coming with us? The team.
All of us are coming. But still, I'm telling you, you're not asked the question without which you can't see the match. Yeah.
Sir, what is
I'm
the
telling you,
purpose
you
of
already asked 3 questions. None of them gives you the answer by which you can see the match.
Sir, what is the purpose of seeing the match in person?
Purpose is to enjoy. Next.
Ticket should be there, sir.
Purchase. Next.
Then
Still, you are not seeing the match.
Timing, sir. Right time
I
we should
told
be
you
there.
9 to 4.
time
We should
already
be
there.
there by that time.
Obviously. Where? We should be there. Where? Did any one of you bother to ask where the match is being played? Huh?
You already told
We are
Bangalore.
telling we should be there. Where?
Bangalore.
There is not a place. So before you understand the problem, you have to first segregate the problem into constraint and resources, because constraint is the stadium, the boundaries. Without knowing what the boundary is, you will never be able to find out what is to be done. Any consultant, any proprietor has to define the extent of the boundary within which he is going to operate. We keep on talking about hurdle. What is a hurdle? Hurdle is the way by which you handle the resources.
Hello.
The boundary is the resources which cannot be extended beyond that.
Sir, once again, call Mr. I'm in a Zoom meeting.
Okay, now let us see. You see, you all have discussed all those things I was hearing. It's a very, very intelligent, very, very aware people, very experienced people. When they discuss without structure, this is how they discuss it. The objective of all these master classes is not to give you information which you don't know. You know the information. All the information is there with you. Okay? For instance, how many of you have eaten roti? Everyone? Right? Okay. Tell me the ingredients of roti.
Wheat flour.
Okay.
Water.
Water, ghee.
Okay. Salt, yes. Then some sort of a lubricant, maybe ghee or oil or vegetable oil or something to make it slightly strong. All these things are done, huh?
Yeah.
Which is the pivotal stage here?
Cooking.
Resource.
First deciding what we'll have for dinner or lunch.
The
That is the
pivotal
most
thing
pivotal
is
thing.
to
Whether you want
remain simple
chapati,
and grounded. You take the atta, pour
whether you
water
want
in it,
atta,
mix
sir,
it,
those are
make it, soft, and then cook it. Isn't it? The pivotal thing is to be grounded. In solving a problem, the pivotal thing is to be simple and not start letting your mind go wild. Hanumanji was repeatedly using the word, one particular very interesting word he was using throughout the discussion. You know what it was? Focus. Any resource hurdle solution starts. Suresh, please switch off your phone, or you attend to the phone, or you at least go into mute.
muted, sir.
Okay. So you see, when you are going to be handling it, the first step is to understand the difference between constraint and resource. What is a constraint? What is a resource? You should be very clear about it. Because a lot of discussion was taking place where constraints were talked of about resource were talked of about constraint. When you are talking about financial constraints, suddenly you bring human resource into it. You are talking about financial constraint, you are talking about 60 lakhs being the boundary, you can't do beyond that. Then what do you say? But 28 people are only there. Now, how will we do it? That is human. That resource constraint is a human resource constraint, not a financial resource constraint. You are talking about financial resource constraint. Then suddenly you get into Bombay and 3 months. That is a time resource constraint. See, each one of them has to be handled separately. Each one you have to draw a boundary and you have to address it. So we will systematically today understand what is the difference between a resource and the constraint and what role they play. What are the different types of resource constraints which are there? There are total 9 types of resource constraints, out of which 8 are predominant, and one of them, physical resource, does not apply to every industry and every type of industry, size of industry. So we will take the 8 first, and then finally the 9th one, the physical resource constraint, we will look into it. Like what we have done, we will do for the 8, we will do the same thing for that also. And then we will see what are the general principles of managing resource constraints, actionable steps for handling the resource constraints. There are actionable, 5 actionable steps by which you have to do it. And then each one, what those actionable steps are in case of each of the resource constraints and how they give you the result. Okay? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
This way, see, the whole idea is not that you will become an expert right now at the end of this session. The idea is to help you understand the broad contours of how you should go about doing it. You are all leaders. You are not going to be doing it. Please understand the difference between being a leader and a worker. Being a leader, you are not going to be doing it, but you are going to be guiding the people who will do it to do it. So you have to understand the fundamental principles of this. For instance, let us say Suresh ji is there. He has a number of people working under him. In his organization, department or company or government firm, wherever he is working, he works with resources. Now, there are certain hard facts about those resources which will form the constraint, which will form the boundary within which he has to operate. And he has to reallocate those resources to get the maximum ROI. Today, let us say, even he does not know, or the company maybe where he is working, or the division department where he is working, they might not have done an audit, result audit, return on investment audit. So they really do not know how much return is coming on the deployment of those resources. Let us assume for a few moments that the return is coming at 60%. Now, how can Suresh ji, after this masterclass, go and work with those resources to enhance the return on investment to 75% or 70%? That is the whole objective of it. For that, what does he have to understand? He will first have to understand how to differentiate between a constraint and a resource. Then, what are the various types of resources which are there around him? In each of the cases, how they look as a constraint, how they will look as a hurdle. And then, what are the general principles which he can apply to handling also all of these hurdles? And what are the actionable steps he has to take in each of these cases? That is what we are going to look now. Constraints and hurdles in the case study. In this case study, there are 4 major constraints and hurdles. Now let us see what are they. First is the financial dimension we will see. The constraint, bank balance only 60 lakhs with a burn rate of 15 lakh per month, that is 4 months of runway. 4 months it can run. This is a hard limit, making it a fundamental constraint. This cannot be changed. By the way, this does not take into account the money which will be coming into the company during the 4 months. That means if no money comes, the company can run for 4 months. Is it clear? But what do we remember? We remember that 55 lakhs per month is the revenue which is being generated. Presuming that the whole amount is being received, that means what? It will keep on rotating. But the hard limit is 60 lakhs. Number 2. So what is the hurdle here? Ankita's insistence that they must match competitor ad spend is a belief. It is not a fact. The marketing head has already shown that hyperlocal influencer campaigns deliver traction at 1/10 the cost. That the real challenge is how they spend money, not whether they have enough money. So the resource hurdle here is based upon a belief that they have to match the competitors' activity and ad spend. They need not follow that. They can design their own. They can use hyperlocal influencers, and or they can create a strategy of their own so that with the limited amount of money which is available at their disposal, they can get the best result. So Ankita's insistence that they match competitor ad spend is a hurdle. 60 lakhs and 15 month per month expenditure is the constraint. Next, human resources. They have only 28 employees. They cannot suddenly become 50 without fund. That's an absolute limit. The 28 employee is a constraint. They have, nothing can be done. You will have to work within the 28 employees. What is the hurdle here? Ankita said they need 5 more in marketing. That is a hurdle. While Raghav points out that R&D is bogged down with routine tasks. That is a hurdle. Why both these are hurdles? Because they suggest misallocation of existing talent rather than absolute shortage. There is a misallocation of the talent. There is no absolute shortage here. What is R&D supposed to do? It is supposed to be working on product development and innovation. Why are they involved in routine tasks? 10 people are already there. What sort of an audit has been done with those 10 people to identify whether they are optimally used or not? So wanting 5 more people in marketing is just an opinion. It's a belief that if they come, they will be able to do well. And this belief is backed by what? Is backed by the necessity to match ad spend of the competitor. Are you getting my point? Number 3, time pressure. Expanding into Mumbai within 3 months is physically impossible without stretching finances, operation, logistics. Time to execute is always finite. Already, they have not reached the peak with Bangalore, Hyderabad, Pune. They don't have the extra money for it. They have got only 60 lakhs. They don't have the extra manpower for it. They have got only 28 people. These 28 people are already, they are found less because 10 people are there in marketing and Ankita wants 5 more. 6 of R&D are unable to do the regular R&D work. Given these constraints, wanting to expand into Mumbai within 3 months is a physical impossibility. This is the constraint, serious constraint. The belief that they must launch in Mumbai now to impress the venture capitalists is a perception-driven one. It is not a fact. This is the urgency which is self-imposed. It is not a fact. It is just an opinion that if I want more money from the venture capital, which again is questionable, whether you really require money, because already the constraint of 60 lakhs, you need to be able to operate within that. That being the case, now you are imposing urgency on yourself, which is not required. Mindset perception, there is none in this case study as it is. But there is a hurdle. What is the hurdle? Employees silently believe without big money, we can't succeed. This is purely a psychological hurdle. This is not true. This is purely a psychological hurdle that without big money, we can't succeed. What is the definition of big money? Given these, what is necessary as a strategy implementation which will ensure that the leaders succeed? Strategy implementation succeeds when the leaders learn, the first step the leaders have to learn is to distinguish between constraints and hurdles. Because they look very similar, very, very similar. And once the constraints have been identified, what do you do with it? Accept constraints as boundaries. Don't try to go beyond that. I'm sure all those people who have discussed with me, like, Mr. Balakrishnan or Mr. Jayesh, I always told them, don't go for outside funding. Whatever money you have, first try to do the business within that. Let's see how we can do the business within the limited amount of money that we have got. When will you be able to find out means and ways and means of doing business within the current money that you have got, finance you have got, when you treat that as the boundary? If you keep on expanding the boundary, you keep on pushing the boundary, you have 50 lakhs. No. I will be able to do well if I have 75. So where will your focus go? What will you focus on?
75 lakhs will be the focus now.
Getting the extra 25 will be your focus.
Extra.
You will not focus on how to operate within the 50. And if you're constantly going to be focusing, every day morning you get up and you start thinking, where will I get the extra 25? Where will I get the extra 25? What will happen to these 50? Remember one thing, what is the burn rate? 15 lakhs. What is the hard amount of money available? 60 lakhs. Suddenly you decide that I want extra funding from venture capitalists so that I can expand within 3 months to Mumbai. What is your mindset now? How to get extra 2 crores as Series A funding so that I can expand into Mumbai. So your entire time, energy, and effort will be wasted on trying to get that 2 crores. What is the idea behind it? Imagine one belief. I have to compete with Zomato and Swiggy. I should be able to compete with the big players around me so that I can also do it. That is one belief. Second belief, unless I do well in Mumbai, venture capitalists and others will not provide funding. That is your second belief. The third belief is, for doing both these, I require 5 more people. Imagine 3 wrong beliefs are now driving your business. Will it run?
No science.
Whereas if you realize your constraint at 60 lakhs, 15 lakh per month I am going to is my burn rate, my salary, expenses, everything. So at the end of the 30th day, I'll be 15 lakhs less. 55 lakhs is what is coming every month. Now let me see what I can do within this. 60 minus 15 is 45. 45 plus 55 is 90. Extra I am having in my hand 30. Now how do I reorganize? I have got 28 people, 10 in marketing, 6 in R&D. These 6 R&D are doing routine tasks. Now pull those guys, make them sit down and ask them, why the hell are you wasting your time on routine tasks? Get back to your job, which is innovation and value creation. These 10 people, sit down with them, discuss with them how they are organizing their time, effort, what sort of a data analytics they are working with, where they are focusing their efforts, how much they are currently doing, what it is that they can push themselves to. That is the way to move forward in handling the resources. What you require is focus, a clear definition of what is to be done, then leverage that. So accept the constraints as boundaries. And how do you overcome hurdles? By focus, creativity, and reallocation. Many times, leaders call constraints, what leaders call constraints are actually hurdles in disguise. They are only a hurdle. They are not a constraint. Real constraints set the playing field. This is the field in which you have to play. Just imagine. A client comes to you. He says, sir, we are not growing. We are running in loss. We don't have money with us. Our bank drawings have become NPA, non-performing assets of the loan we have taken. We are in deep shit trouble. we have to generate funds. What is the first thing anyone does? They ask for their balance sheet. They ask for last 3 years performance record and everything. And then they make a plan how to get extra funds. Until the fund comes, what will happen? The company will go down under totally. But if you have to identify the constraints, the boundaries within which you have to operate, remove all the unnecessary thoughts of collecting funds and others which are not forming the part of the organization, then with whatever you have, you can reallocate it creatively and scale the business so that the revamping and the refurnishing can start. Real constraints set the playing field. Hurdles are about how you play within it. That is the most important thing we have to remember. Constraints are the real stop signs. Stop. You can't go beyond this. It's a constraint. Hurdles are the speed breakers. In the journey, a hurdle is only an obstacle for you. Confusing the two leads to paralysis. Treating hurdles as impossible or recklessness, ignoring real constraints is a very reckless behavior and they can create problems. So how do you distinguish between resource constraint and resource hurdles? Let us see. A constraint is a tangible, measurable, absolute. It's a hard limit. You cannot bypass. For instance, 60 lakhs in the bank is a hard limit. You cannot change that. Whereas relative hurdles are relative perception driven about allocation. It looks like a shortage, but can be overcome by rethinking and refocusing. Like, Ankita telling that she requires more money to match the competitor. It's a perception driven opinion. That's not fact. Second, flexibility. Constraints are non-negotiable. You must work within it. 28 people is a constraint. It's non-negotiable. You can do nothing about that. You got only 28 people with you. And what is a hurdle? Negotiable. You can overcome it by relocating resources, innovating or shifting beliefs. Like the R&D people attending to routine tasks and not to innovation and value creation is a hurdle. It is not a constraint. Constraints come from external reality. They are not internal realities. They are external realities. Cash in hand, head count, machine capacity, time. These are the constraints. They are never hurdles. They are the facts of life. And hurdles come from internal assumptions, distribution, and mindset. How you are using your resources, what you believe about your resources, what is your opinion, conviction about your resources are the hurdles. They are not constraints. You can change it. Constraints are immovable walls. 60 lakh left in the bank is a constraint. Hurdles are fences you can climb. The belief that matching competitors' spend is essential. The nature, tangible, absolute, hard limit are constraints. Hurdles are perceived, relative, about allocation attitude. Examples in this case, cash runaway, staff headcount. This is a constraint. 15 lakhs per month expenditure is a constraint. You have to live with that. Hurdle, ad spend, hiring bias, urgency to expand, employee mindset, these are all hurdles. They are believing that you require big money to succeed is a hurdle. The urgency that you have to expand into Mumbai within 3 months is a hurdle. That you have to hire 5 more people in marketing is a hurdle. The ad spend you have to match on the competitor is a hurdle. Response, with constraint, you should learn to accept and work within the limits. And when you are faced with a hurdle, rethink, reallocate, prioritize, innovate. You might have 20 things to do. You should know what you should prioritize. Like in my discussion with my people in the one-on-one, I always close the session by discussing what it is that they are going to do before we meet next. I prioritize that. We might have discussed so many things, but these 2-3 things you should complete before we meet next. That is the way you prioritize. Impact, define boundaries of possible action. The boundaries will define and tell you what it is you can possibly do. And hurdle, they define the quality of execution within those boundaries. You cannot move beyond the boundaries. Within those boundaries only you have to work. What it is you can do within that boundaries, what you should do is what is overcoming the hurdles. Why this distinction is important? It prevents misdiagnosis. When you label hurdle as a constraint, you lead to unnecessary fundraising, hiring, and all these unnecessary activities. Correct diagnosis ensures that you don't waste effort solving the wrong problem. For instances, in the case of this fresh bite, going for more fun would have been solving a wrong problem. Trying to hire more people in marketing would have been trying to solve a wrong problem. Trying to expand into Mumbai would have been trying to, solve a wrong problem. Second, drive smart strategy execution. Constraints define the playing field. Since constraints tell you the boundaries, they define the playing field. Hurdles define how you smartly play within it. Recognizing hurdles allows creative solution. Recognizing constraints tell you within what limits you have to find those creative solutions. Boosts morale and ownership. If employees believe everything is a constraint, they feel helpless. Everything is not a constraint. Showing them hurdles can be overcome empowers them to innovate and take initiative. Because as a leader, as I told you, that you are only going to be leading the people who are going to be handling constraints and hurdles, who are going to be handling resource hurdles. So if everything you show as a constraint to them, then they will get demotivated. And if everything you show as a resource hurdle, what will happen? They will start solving the wrong problem. Because the resource hurdle is how do you handle the money you have got within the limits of that. But if you say that this is not, 60 lakhs is not a constraint, you say it is a resource hurdle. That means what? You will go in for extra funding. Now, what is the problem you are solving? The problem you are solving is not working within the boundaries. You are trying to stretch the boundaries. So instead of reallocating resources, the problem you are solving is trying to find more fund. You are going to be wasting more time and effort trying to find a venture capitalist who will finance your venture. That means the problem statement itself has changed. Then what?
Problem is getting aggravated.
Yes?
Problem is getting aggravated in this way.
Yeah, already you have a particular problem in front of you. You are now aggravated it further by creating one more problem by defining a constraint as a resource. Optimizing resource use. By separating what truly cannot be changed, that is constraints, from what only seems limiting, that is a hurdle, these leaders channel limited resources into high impact areas. For instance, what is it that the company should do now? What is a high impact area which is being neglected here, which is drastically visible? Can anyone of you tell me? What sells? Tell me, what sells? Yeah, you are muted, Suri sir. What sells? You are, I'm unable to hear you. Are others able to hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yours is clear.
I'm unable to hear you. Yeah, what sells? Tell me. Which is one area which is highly neglected, a hot spot where the entire company can put its focus first.
Total alignment of all the people discussing.
No.
Marketing, sir.
28 people is a constraint. What is the resource hurdle here in this 28?
R&D.
Correct. R&D.
Allocation.
See, what sells? Value sells. Correct or not? Unless you give value, it will not sell.
Yes.
Who is responsible for creating value? The R&D team is responsible for creating value. What is it doing? It is handling regular tasks. What it should be doing? It should be focusing on innovation and creation of value. So what is the hotspot here? What is the core? That 6 people are being used on a cold spot of administrative work. What is the hotspot? Innovation and creativity.
Value creativity.
Take them, put them in it, make them create value so that you can forge ahead in your plan. Are you getting the idea?
Yeah.
Huh?
Totally killing, put them in different roles.
So optimize resource use by separating what truly cannot be changed. You cannot change the fact that there are only 28 people from what only seems limiting. Leaders channel limiters, what only seems limiting is the 6 people who are in the resource, in the R&D who are working on routine tasks. Then finally, enhance investor and stakeholder confidence. Investor respect founders who acknowledge their real constraints, but demonstrate ingenuity in overcoming hurdles. For instance, just imagine you already they have taken 2 crore funding from the people, isn't it? And now 60 lakhs of that is left out. 1 crore 40 lakhs is spent. Now these investors, they are getting a statement regularly from the company. If the company founders, Ankita and Raghav, were to show them how they plan to use these 60 lakhs in an ingenious manner so that the company can continue its growth. It has come to 55 lakhs per month revenue. How it can continue its growth if they were to see. Don't you think the current investors itself will find confidence and may start thinking, why don't we invest more so that the company can move forward faster? Do they need some to go again to a new person? In fact, companies which perform well, the same investor keeps increasing his level of investment. You don't have to keep going to a new investor. Now let us see what are the different types of hurdles. First, we will discuss 8 different types of hurdles. Then finally, I will discuss one which is not common to everyone. The first type of hurdle is financial hurdle. Funds are being used inefficiently. Second, human skill mismatches or overstaffing in the wrong areas. Number 3, time, urgency, deadlines, opportunity windows. These are hurdles. Mindset, beliefs, resistance, mental barriers, legacy thinking. We have always done things like this in this company. It's a mindset, belief hurdle. Then information, lack of reliable data, customizable insights, all these are information hurdles. Technology hurdles, either not having the right tech stack or being logged into old legacy systems that slow in execution is a technology hurdle. Relationship and network, this is very serious. In the last two, I have found 90% of the current set of entrepreneurs are guilty of. Relationship network, limited access to partners, suppliers, distributors, regulators, or ecosystem needed for growth. They have very limited access. They don't understand the importance of it.
Stakeholders, yes.
Okay. And then finally, reputation credibility. Startups often find that they need to spend extra energy, resources to gain customers or investor trust. They don't work on building their credibility and their reputation. These are 8 of the most common hurdles applicable to every business. But there is one which is missing here, which is very important, but which comes into play in a very big way for big companies. What is that? Can anyone of you tell me? We have spoken about 8: financial, human, time, mindset, information, technology, relationship, reputation. There is one other hurdle which is very, very important for very big companies, which can become a strategy for small companies. But for small companies and consultants and others, it is not a hurdle. What is that?
System, sir.
Brand.
Financial resources. What do you call it? Physical resources, machineries and other things. We will see. We will come to that. At 9th, I will discuss that. Let's take financial. We will see how financials appear as constraint and as a hurdle in an organization. As a constraint, money does not exist. The bank account is empty or there is limited money in the bank account. Credit lines and investors are unavailable despite proven efforts. No way to raise funds within the time window. Fixed cost exceeds income regardless of efficiency. All these are constraints. Sometimes fixed costs exceed income. That is a major constraint. You can do nothing about it. Number 2, credit lines or investors are unavailable despite proven efforts. You try your level best, but they are not available. This is a constraint. You can do nothing about it. You will find that in that case, there are various other constraints going along with it. 2 of the major constraints which are working in this area are your network and relationship and reputation. They might be the reason why credit lines or investors are not available. Number 3, there is no way to raise funds within the time window. What happens? Suddenly you get a big order from the government. You require to pump in money. You don't have money. What do? Let's take this itself as an example. This is a constraint. You suddenly get a huge, big business order. You don't have the money and you are unable to get funds. What will you do? How will you operate with this as constraint? How will you overcome this hurdle?
Generally, some people will tie up with the other suppliers also, so they will do the.
Absolutely right, Hanumantrao. Why are you hesitating? You're right. What you do is get another manufacturer, get him to manufacture and give to you, give a major portion of the profit to him, keep a part of the profit with yourself. So what happens is your current contract remains, you make some money out of it, but at the same time, you don't lose the business.
Outsource, you know?
See, this is how you not outsource. The
Not
outsourcing
outsource,
is giving it
partnership.
totally away.
Partnership.
You enter, like you said, you enter into a collaborative partnership with him. His name does not come, You do the thing in your label, but he gets the major profit.
They will cause some JV also, joint ventures.
This is how you overcome the hurdles. Be creative, reallocate. Okay? Absolutely right. And then fixed cost exceeds income regardless of efficiency. There are conditions, because suddenly what happens? You had a fast growth. At one stage, the growth stopped, you stagnate, you are unable to grow further. Fixed costs remaining, revenue starts decreasing, and regardless of your efficiency, your income is less, fixed cost is more. These are constraints. Hurdles. Money exists, but it's scattered across too many initiatives. You're not auditing the return on investment, which most companies don't do. Number two, over-investing in visible but low ROI activities, ad campaigns, customer retention plans, and you have a website, you are paying that website to be maintained, but you are not doing any work on it. Misbelief that we need more money before we can act. This is another very big problem. This is a hurdle. And finally, unused or hidden funds logged in non-core assets. There could be non-core assets, like Balakrishnan sir has a huge plot of land in front of his factory in Hosur. And what is he doing with it? Growing weeds and thorny plants. They are growing by themselves. He is not doing anything there. Waste of core asset. Imagine. See, he's laughing. Suri said, you don't know how big it is. You can build a cricket ground there. See, it's again, that is a total waste of asset. Now let's come to human, the same way. Not enough staff to execute even basic operation. No access to critical expertise. These are constraints. Many companies have people, but all of them are generalists. There are no experts in any of the departments. High attrition makes stability impossible. Again, there is very high attrition. Industry talent pool is exhausted, inaccessible. For instance, you see, today, a lot of AI requirement has come up. But where are AI professionals? Are they available? Then the industry is unable to provide you the AI people. And the few who are there, their credibility is questionable, their capability is questionable, because nobody knows what real capability in AI means. And they will charge you the sky because they are able to talk in jargons which supports AI. The only qualification is they can talk in that jargon. And since you don't understand the jargon, the guy looks as if he is a Gautam Buddha with a halo behind his head.
Blind lead the blind.
Yeah. And what is the hurdle? People exist, but are allotted to low value tasks. For instance, these 6 people in the R&D department doing low task. That is a hurdle. Skills are present, but underutilized due to hierarchical structures or silos. Skilled people are not allowed to exercise their skill. Believe that we need more people. When reallocation automation would work, you can reallocate or you can automate, but you do neither. You keep asking for more and more and more and more people. Team energy wasted on firefighting rather than priorities. You see, there is a saying that 90% of the problems which we attend to in our daily life don't need attention. They will go away by itself. Leave it alone. But we won't do that. Just imagine you are the head of a department. Let's say Hanumanth Rao sir is sitting in his chamber. He's a top shot manager in the government. Whole day he is doing nothing and sitting. What will happen? his bosses, his peers and subordinates will come to the conclusion this position is not required. But according to me, that is the position which is required. Do you know why? That is why he is paid, to ensure he doesn't have to do everything. Everything is done by others and he ensures they do it. Now let us bring it down. I always reductio ad absurdum to help you understand this in a much better way. Have you, any one of you, seen Madari? You know what a Madari is? That monkey man who plays with the monkey on the street. What do we see? We see him sitting and we see a small Bonvita tin. On the Bonvita tin, the monkey is sitting. He has a stick and he says, jump, jump, Rama, Rama, Lanka, Tanda. It keeps on jumping and rotating, right? Who is doing the activity? The monkey is doing the activity. This fellow is quietly sitting. It is something like Hanumantrao sir sitting in his chamber. Now imagine, if the monkey is sitting quiet and he is jumping, how will it look?
Interesting.
Will it look nice? So you see, inactivity oftentimes we think is bad, whereas that is an indication that things are going correctly.
Arun sir. Actually, in lean manufacturing, sir, I seen one company actually operator does not have work, means they don't have order some product. Once he see the CEO, no, when he's coming, he thought that CEO is coming means ultimately will produce something which is not required for the order, and will make the product. He will move to the other place again. It will get rusted. After you can scrap it. This people will do. Means if you're not producing also, if the operator side is also, it is very good, excellent efficiency will come. I seen in the lean manufacturing. People will produce whole production and scrap it.
That's what I'm telling you. See, people, one of the things is, I'll tell you, Hanumantrao sir, even with you or with others, it must be happening. If you don't have anything to do now, we feel panicky.
Yeah.
We invent things to do.
Correct.
Because we feel if I'm not doing anything, that's why, I always say, you go to an office. I always tell my people, when you're walking in the corridor, you will know how effective this office is. If everybody in the corridor is walking with some paper in the hand, this is the most useless office in the world. Because everybody is trying to show that they are busy.
It is happening. It is happening, sir.
Yeah, it's happening everywhere. See, that is the reason why, Hanumantrao sir, I say that anybody who understands strategy well will grow tremendously in his organization, because such people are the need of the hour. Out of 100 people working in an organization, the management level, hardly one or two really understand what management is. Now let's come to time. What are the constraints? Regulatory or contract deadlines with no flexibility is a constraint. You can do nothing with it. You'll have to work within it. Seasonal demand windows are closing permanently. When there are, when you are in a seasonal market, demand windows close permanently at certain times. Your Durga Puja sales. Navaratri sales will close before Navaratri. Diwali sales will close by Diwali. Right? Winter sales will close by winter end, before the summer comes. You can do nothing about it. Regulatory deadlines. PF has to be paid by 15th means PF has to be paid by 15th. GST has to be uploaded by 5th means GST has to be uploaded by 5th. You can do nothing about it. Competitor launch date set as immovable deadline. Competitor is launching at XYZ date. That is immovable. You have no control over that. Funding runways ending within weeks. Your funding, 15 lakhs is your burn rate. So your run rate is only 4 months. That is a fixed deadline. You can do nothing about it. If you are not going to generate funds within that period, you will not have money at the end of the 4th month. What is the hurdle? Time is lost to bureaucracy and indecision. This is a hurdle. Procedures and bureaucracy is a major hurdle. Red tapeism, which we call, is a major hurdle. Priorities are not sequenced. Everyone's busy, but not moving the needle. This is a major hurdle. Activity for the sake of activity. Artificial urgency created by perception, not reality, is a hurdle. Waiting unnecessarily. Let's do research for 6 months before testing is a major hurdle. See, this happens in most cases. Knowing when not to act is wisdom. Not acting when you should, because you want to wait, is a hurdle. Then you come to mindset. See, what I'm telling is, when you get the recording of this, go through it, make a list, read it once or twice, understand it. Because this will be very useful to you in running your own company, as well as in providing consulting to your clients. Your client is coming to you with an expectation that you will be able to develop insights in his problem and operation, which he is unable to see. That's how you solve a problem, isn't it? By identifying insights, something which he has not been able to see. His blind spot you have to overcome with your insight. And that these things will help you. Mindset, legal ethical limits cannot mislead customers. You should not say or do things which will mislead your customers. There are legal and ethical limits. These limits are constraints. You have to operate within them. Deep cultural values that companies choose not to violate. You know, there are many companies, some companies very strongly believe we will not lie. These are constraints. Many people overcome this constraint. How do they overcome this constraint? By creating a hurdle. How do you turn this constraint into a hurdle? When you don't lie, but you don't speak the truth. Then that becomes a difficult thing. Because what you are doing, you are misleading your customer by not speaking the truth. Founders' non-negotiable principles. Your founder, the chief, might have some non-negotiable principles. That's a constraint. You can do nothing about it. Industry regulations or societal norms that set limits is again a constraint. The regulations or societal norms that sets limits, like environmental limits are there. Dress codes are there. Behavioral codes are there. These are all constraints. You can do nothing with it. What is the hurdle? Belief that we can't succeed without big ad spend is a belief. Resistance to reallocation. This is how we always done it. You resist something being done differently. It's a hurdle. For instance, you know, supposing, let us say you are in a government office. Now, in government office, you know, oftentimes there are people, senior managers, who are so insecure that they will not permit any decision to be taken by the subordinate without being informed to them. Have you faced these things? Now, that is a major hurdle. Because why should everything come to you? You have got people working under you. You have given them certain responsibilities. You have allotted some work to them. You should be concerned with the result of the work that they have done, not all these unnecessary things, isn't it? But they will not listen to that. So how do you overcome that? That is a hurdle. That's not a constraint. Overestimating competitors' power is again a constraint. Like, Ankita was telling that the only way to match them is by spending as much as they do. Fear of small, fast experiments when resources exist. Many people, they don't want to spend money. They are scared that doing an experiment or doing a prototyping and then testing it out is a problem. Just because you can't smell the smoke or see the flame does not mean that the fire does not exist. You see the fire, but you say, I will go out on its own. It will go out on its own. I don't need to move it. This is a mindset problem. The mindset problem is that it will go out on its own. But the constraint is what? You are unable to see the fire. There is no smoke. Information. No access to reliable industry data. Many times reliable industry data is not available. When does this become a constraint, a hurdle?
When it is not shared.
No. What happens is, industry data is not available for free. It is available for money. And the owner says, we can't spend so much on it. Try to get it for free. Then it becomes a hurdle. Many a time, industry data is available.
With cost.
But it will cost money. Then the owner says, no, try to get it for free from one of your friends or see where we can get it. Then that becomes a hurdle.
Free lift.
Customer data is restricted due to privacy laws. That's a constraint. Competitor intelligence is unavailable despite best efforts. Competitor intelligence means what? Best practices of the industry is not available. The market is too new and no historical benchmarks exist. Can any one of you give me an example of this? The market is too new and no historical benchmark exists.
EV cars.
AI because
Huh?
AI,
AI
EV cars.
AI is the best example. It's very new. This being so new, you really do not know what the benchmarks are. Like it's a ChatGPT. It's so new, you don't know what the benchmarking is. What is the level of error in it? What do you need to look at when you are deciding to use it? Because you see, error in business and life can be very, very costly. So what is the hurdle? The company collects data but doesn't analyze it. This is a very, 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 very common thing. You collect data just because everybody is collecting data. Or, you have, how long have you been in business? Nageswar Kumar sir, how long have you been in business?
I think last 2.5 years.
How much?
2.5 years, sir. Last
2.5 years. Okay, very recent. 4.5. Balakrishnan sir, how long have you been in business?
33 years, sir.
33 years. Do you have a list of customers to whom you sold and serviced 20 years back?
Yes, sir. It's there, sir.
No. He answered, yes, he has got, and there was a pause, right? So what is the next question I should ask? To understand whether this hurdle exists or not, what is the next question I should ask?
Are you in touch with them?
No. When was the last time you saw that list?
Oh.
See, data exists. I have not seen that list at all. I don't even remember when I last saw the list. What is the use of having that data then? Being in touch is afterwards, Anil sir. That is very, 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 very later it comes. First, I have not even seen that data in the last, I don't know when.
Arun sir. Actually, in our company, quality data, so much production data is the rejection data. There is no analysis, there is no corrective action. The problems are repeating same, like that. I seen.
What is the word for this? There is a word for it.
Paralysis, sir.
No, infobesity. Information obesity. Yeah, all sorts of information we collect, like Bakasuran, we keep on collecting information and then we keep on storing it. Our computer size keeps on increasing, gigabyte, terabyte, hitabyte, bitabyte keeps on increasing. And the only thing we do is we snatch our hair because we don't know what to do.
Like hundreds of books we are keeping without reading them.
Yeah.
Old books we are keeping.
Okay. The company
Bhagavad Gita, sir. Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita will be there.
No. Even our old engineering books we are keeping.
I seen some people, they won't open the cover also Bhagavad Gita. Same thing that ISKCON temple they brought and they put in mandir. Puja mandir. I seen.
And next time ISKCON comes for donation, you give the Bhagavad Gita back to him. That is value for him, na?
My wife so many times keep my books outside. I again bring inside and keep in there. Rotation going on.
Okay, let's come to the next one. Yes. Insights exist but are scattered across silos. Insights exist but they are scattered across silos. Can anyone of you give me an example? Is happening in every company.
So everybody, every compartments, everybody keeping his,
very simple. I'll tell you, very simple.
Yeah.
Accounts has a list of receivables which is overdue by 30 days. That means by 30th of September, the payment for a particular bill should have come. It has not come. This information is available with accounts. What can accounts do? Nothing. Who should have this information? Sales should have the information so that they can follow up with the customer and get the payment in 30 days.
But is there a problem, sir? There is a problem. I mean, sales people will tell that you have the quality issues, so the customer is not releasing the payment.
Now, see, okay. Now, let's take this itself. So this information that there is a quality issue and customer is not receiving the payment is with sales. Who should be having it?
No.
Manufacturing should have it.
Manufacturing.
Okay, let us say manufacturing has the information that the payment is not being released because there is a quality issue. They are holding it. But who should be having it?
Quality should have.
Quality control should have it because they are the people who have to find out what is to be done. So you see, this is how the silos work.
So the interdepartmental connectivity. Yeah.
Connectivity is not there. Why? Because there is no weekly or monthly meeting or there is no exchange of information between various departments. Just imagine if you are having a weekly meeting. Monday, the dashboard says so much payment should have come, only so much has come. The salesperson will have to explain why so much has to come, why only so much has come. Y has to come, only X has come. X is equal to Y minus 10. So where is this 10? He will say, sir, quality problem was there, so it has not come. Quality manager, quality control manager is also sitting there. He'll say, what is the problem with the quality? Why you have not brought it to my notice? He will say, now across the table, the discussion will take place, the quality will do. he will immediately ask his people, this is what he is selling. He'll say, no, sir, we approved it, gave it to stores. Stores in charge. Did you store it properly? How is it that this problem came there? From the stores, it will go to logistics department. Did you transport the product properly? When it was delivered, have they taken open delivery? Was the problem there? He'll say, sir, everything is okay. See the challan here. Immediately, he will give it to the salesperson, tell him, here is your challan. Your customer has received the material in proper condition. Why is he creating a problem? Now talk to him. This guy can say, sir, if there was a problem, it would have been there that day itself when it was delivered. Why you have not told? Please release the payment. Are you understanding what I'm telling? See how the whole thing gets sorted out.
Arun sir, one thing I have not seen the dashboard also K areas, K result areas should be what is the tracked by somebody. Then only the visibility will be there. Most of things are hidden factory, I call hidden factory. Example, I seen some companies any rejection comes, no, they'll put into the on the gangway. Means everybody has to see that this is rejection. The everybody focus will be more there. But most of the company I've seen that they will hide the problems. Sometimes we have to celebrate the problem. That is also some.
You see, I'll tell you, dashboard is a very important thing. One company I know which works very beautifully with the dashboard is Balakrishnan sir. He is very, very clear with the dashboard thing. Very clear. And you know, every time before we have a meeting tomorrow, already I have received all his dashboards for discussion for tomorrow meeting. I received all the dashboards. So you see, if you are going to be working properly, if you are interested in building your organization, these are some of the small things which you have to integrate. Only then you will be able to build. Because you see, ultimately, you are not the person who's going to do. Your people are going to do. So everything has to be visible to them. You can't hide anything from them. And the more you see in front of you, the better it is.
The transparency should be there.
Yeah. Information should be available. Team assumes we don't have enough data when small samples should suffice. You should know what exactly you should work with. Over-reliance on third-party reports instead of speaking directly to your customers. Many people, you know, they rely on what people tell, gossip and other things. Whereas talking directly to the customer, understanding their problem is always better. A health tech startup can't get patient data because it is legally protected. This is a constraint.
Okay.
Patient data cannot be made available to everyone. That's a constraint. That's a law. A food delivery startup ignores customer complaints, already logged in app and continues to pay for expensive external surveys. Many people, you know, the information is available in the app, but they will still go for external surveys. Technology. No internet broadband access in remote markets. This is a constraint. You can't do anything. Core infrastructure missing. Cold chain for frozen food. Supposing, you know, cold chain is not available, transportation is not available. That's a constraint. Legacy regulation restrictions on adoption of certain tech. There are certain techs which you cannot adopt. A startup genuinely cannot afford the required baseline technology which is required for it to run. These are all constraints. Hurdle, company owns tech but doesn't train people to use it. Training is one thing which is tremendously ignored. This is a hurdle. Paying for expensive tools that duplicate functions. You pay for expensive tools just to duplicate the functions. Fear of adopting cloud automation due to comfort with manual processes. You know, in this one, paying for expensive tools to duplicate function. Can anyone of you give me an example?
Maybe they pay some simulation softwares, but they use for simple uses like that high-end softwares.
Yes.
Like that for...
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Very simple. You want a basic laptop. What do? You go and buy an Apple laptop with fancy apps and VFX and why? You don't require it.
Yeah.
Gold plating.
You don't. I don't understand how to use high-end phones. If I go and buy Apple 17 paying 1,25,000 rupees, am I an intelligent fellow or a duffer?
Duffer.
Yes. Total duffer.
This is
when I
most
don't
of
know
us,
how to use it, what am I going to do with it?
most of us are do when they go to market
Dignity,
high-ended.
dignity.
The best laptop give me high-ended, and he just give us the costliest thing.
You are absolutely right. More than anything else, how do you know that it is going to be of any use to you?
Lack of awareness, competence.
Delaying launches, waiting for perfect tech while MVP is feasible, minimum viable product. You don't do that. You wait for, delay the launches, waiting for the perfect tech. See, these are all hurdles. These are all your beliefs. These are all your ego satisfactions, which is causing all the problem.
What is MVP, sir? MVP.
Minimum viable product.
Oh.
It's a step in prototyping, in design thinking. Consider a rural edtech startup cannot expand because students lack smartphones or 4G coverage. Hurdle, a logistics startup, has a fleet tracking system, but managers still require daily manual Excel report. This is a real joke, In many companies, this happens. The managers demand for manual report when everything is available in the system. Like the company which says, all old reports should be destroyed after keeping a duplicate.
In government
you create
department.
a duplicate, file it, and then destroy the original.
in our government department, we do.
And then relationship and network. These are two things which I think you all should very closely look at. Relationship and reputation. Regulatory approvals require mandatory partnership. Example, pharma needs licensed distributors. Chemists need licensed, countermen. Key suppliers, distributors logged in exclusive contracts with competitors like Hindustan Lever will not allow another competitor to come in, Glaxo to come and sell in appoint that person as a distributor. Critical ecosystems don't exist yet. EV charging infra still sparse. Electronic chargers are not available for EV vehicles. Certain relationships are impossible due to conflict of interest. These are all constraints. Startup doesn't leverage existing alumni, mentor, investor networks. Many of us, we don't leverage the network that we already have. Partnerships seen only as big brand tie-ups, ignoring grassroots local ones. Weak relationship management, existing partners feel neglected. You don't give them the attention that they deserve. It's very simple. How many of you have kept in touch with your old customers? Pin drop silence. Absolute silence. You forget the old customers. Okay, you might not be in business. Hanmant Rao sir, how long have you been in Carrier?
Yeah, no, sir. I'm interacted with like you people.
How long? See, don't. Yeah, I'm just asking you a question. Allow me to continue. How long have you been in Carrier?
In 33 years, sir, I have experience.
33 years. Okay. Who was your first boss?
First boss is a Shankar Hegde, sir. Shankar T. Hegde, CEO.
Are you in
I am
touch with
reporting
him?
to him. Every festival I wish him, he will also wish me. Sometimes we'll talk also.
Good, very good. But have you ever bothered to talk to him outside the festival time?
No, sir.
Why? Who was your second boss? Have you, some people are very organized. They have birthday, marriage anniversary day and festival. They have their phone numbers. WhatsApp has made it very easy, send it. But we never telephone and talk with them. We never ask them. Just sometimes, how are you? How are things going on? Where are you now? I'm doing well, sir. I remember you whenever I feel this sort of a situation, because this is what I learned from you then. 2, 3 good words. Remember one thing. If you are on top of the mind recall, you can always benefit out of that person. You don't know when that person will become the Prime Minister of this country. He might become. Then, if you are on top of the mind, good for you, isn't it? Weak relationship management. Existing partners feel neglected. Believe that nobody will partner without actually asking. Did you ask? Have you asked anyone for help? Why not? Do you know that is a very big saying, a cognitive truth? Ask for help, make an enemy. Have you ever heard it? When you ask for help, give a help, make an enemy. When you help someone, that person becomes your enemy. Ask for help, make a friend. Whenever you ask someone for help, he becomes your friend. Check this out.
Yes, sir. We are given money, he will become enemy.
Yeah. You ask for money, he will become very pally with you. Why, what happened? What's your problem? Why money? Anything you ask for a help, when they get an opportunity to help you, they become your friend. If you help someone, that person feels humiliated, small, he becomes your enemy. This is a fact of life. People think that just because you have helped someone, that person is going to be very obliged to you. Never. I'm telling you. He is never going to be obliged to you. But if you ask for help, he will always be your friend. So don't hesitate to ask.
Okay.
A fintech startup cannot partner with major bank due to RBI exclusivity with another provider. This is a constraint. A SaaS startup has warm interest from investors, but founders hesitate, fearing rejection, so they don't reach out. That is a hurdle. Reputation. Legal scandals or compliance violations permanently damage trust. Please be very careful here, because trust once gone can never be got back. Past fraud by founders creates irreversible stigma. Blacklisting by regulators or trade bodies. Societal cultural stigma tied to industry itself. And what are the hurdles? Customers assume new startups are unreliable until proven otherwise. This is a fact. Customers don't trust new startups. Lack of social proof, no testimonials, media coverage or case studies. How many of you are active in social media in promoting yourself? Are you active in social media in promoting yourself, Nageshwara Kumasi? Huh?
LinkedIn, sir. LinkedIn.
What? Why only LinkedIn? What do you do there in LinkedIn? You are on LinkedIn maybe.
Yes, sir.
But what do you do there? Do you create content? Do you
Yes,
promote
sir.
yourself? Do you talk about Ramvin, the Prince of Ramvin? Do you
Create,
blow
sir.
your trumpet, or do you feel shy doing it?
So I regularly do some updates, some content writings.
Do you
on this
post
and
your achievements?
not all this, but something here and there do, sir, but not in a systematic way, as you asked.
Systematic way, do it. Promote
Okay.
yourself. If you don't talk about yourself, why will others talk about you?
You are right.
Misperception that the brand must look big to be trusted. It need not look big. It should, talk sense. Underutilizing existing credibility. Founders pedigree, award, pilot clients. Talk about yourself. Talk about your achievement. Talk about what you have done. Talk about the awards you have got, the appreciations you have got. Talk about your clients, how they have achieved something. A crypto exchange permanently loses credibility after being flagged by SEBI for violations. A direct-to-customer skincare startup has strong early reviews on Instagram but doesn't showcase them on its website, leading to low trust. So you see, go through this list. This is a broad guideline to help you understand how constraints are the hard limits within which you have to operate, and how hurdles are your perceptions and your inner beliefs and convictions and your behavioral tendencies, which are becoming a blockage to growth. So what is the general principle to overcome resource hurdles? First is focus. Don't spread the resource too thin. Channel them into few activities that create breakthrough impact. Second, leverage. Reallocate, recycle, or creatively combine existing resources. We will see how to do all these things as an actionable thing in each of these cases. Number 3, empower champions. Mobilize your most capable people to lead the change. They say, let your best batsman go first to open the innings. Let Sachin Tendulkar open. Let Shubman Gill open. Let Abhishek Sharma open. Do you send Hardik Pandya, or do you send your, the weakest batsman to open, thinking that, okay, let the first 6 over, dangerous over, go away, then we will come and bat? No, we don't do that. We send the best people forward. We play from the front foot. So, empower your champions. Mobilize your most capable people to lead the change. Demonstrate results quickly, so that people see that the strategy is working well and they will also join in. Nothing succeeds like success. Remember that. Once you show success to people, everyone will join. Shift beliefs. Use evidence. Use customer stories, so that people will start believing. Replace perception of scarcity with confidence of sufficiency. People always think, that by keeping on complaining about scarcity, you can get people to work hard. No, tell your people you are doing well. Tell your people you are growing. People like to be a part of a winning team. They don't like to be a part of a losing team. Your difficulties are yours. Your success are of others. If you follow this, you will never fail. Step to address resource hurdles. What are the steps you should take? There are 5 sequential steps which you should take. First, become aware of it. You should be aware that this current resource hurdle exists. You have seen these 8 resource hurdles in front of you. Keep this list with you. Check with your company, your department, which are the resource hurdles which are existing. Next, plan to overcome it. What can you do to overcome it? Leverage the resources that you have at your disposal. Execute and reinforce. Now let's see how to do these 5 in the case of financial hurdle. Number 1, diagnose costs and cash flow. This will identify where money leaks and what's essential and what is wasteful. Number 2, prioritize high impact investments. Focus spending on initiatives with the best return on investment. Don't go for the second best, always go for the best. If you are decided on 3 things to invest on, 1, 2, 3, that should be the return on investment, 99%, 98%, 97%. Focus spending on initiatives with the best return on investment. Leverage alternatives. Check partnerships, bootstrapping, shared resources, leasing instead. All these are activities which you can leverage. These are alternatives. Seek external funding, explore loans, investors, grants, crowdfunding, match to risk appetite. Whatever your risk appetite is, go in and see whether external funding is available for this. Then finally, build financial discipline. Create recurring reviews, budgets, and reserves to avoid lapses. Now, you might be thinking, I said don't go in for external funding, but here external funding is coming as one of the strategies to overcome the resource hurdle, correct? I am talking of external funding through partnerships, leveraging others to overcome the hurdle, not to expand the boundaries of your constraint. The constraint of 60 lakhs, I am not trying to expand it to 75 lakhs. The 15 lakhs which I want to expand to Mumbai, I am seeing whether I can get into a partnership. Maybe I can appoint a distributor who will invest 10 lakhs in my company in the form of an advance payment, which I can put there. That is also an external funding, isn't it? To him, I supply the material, he supplies and makes a commission. Like that, see if you can get people to finance your project so that the losses are minimized and spread. Let us see the human resource hurdle. Number 1, skill mapping. Identify current competencies and the gaps which exist. We are going to be having the next class on challenges. There you will see this is very, very important. Knowledge gap is a very, very serious gap. It's a very serious challenge. So in your organization, supposing you want to go from 30 crore per annum turnover to 60 crore, people plan for everything in it, excepting one thing. Can you tell me what it is? What are the extra skills which are required to leverage and take the company to 60 crores? So the existing people itself might require extra skills. Have you done an audit of the existing people's skill? And how you plan to add that extra skill for them? Prioritize critical roles. Assign the best people to tasks with maximum leverage. Upskill and reskill, training, mentoring, cross-functional exposure. Collaborative and outsource. Bring in freelancers, consultants, or partners temporarily. All these for human resource hurdle, where that skill gap you have seen. And then finally, build culture of growth, recognition, empowerment, career path to retain talent. This is the 5 steps which we have seen earlier. Time hurdle. Audit. Time audit. There are various activities. Map current activities, find low value drains. Prioritize 80-20 rule. 80% of your results come from 20% of your activities. Find out what are those 20% of the activities which are getting you 80% of the rules. Focus on activities that move the needle, not just on activities that move the paper. Delegate and automate. Delegate as much as you can. Automate as much as you can. Shift routine tasks to tech or junior staff. Don't waste your time doing routine stuff. Set milestone and deadlines for everything. Have a milestone, have a deadline. Without a milestone of measuring that you are moving in the right direction, or without a deadline as to when the task is being completed and how it looks when it is completed, it will be very difficult. Then build time discipline. Mindset hurdle. Awareness of limiting belief. Help individuals see how their thinking block growth. Showcase contrasting evidence. Share success stories, competitor wins, customer feedback. This is very important. Storytelling in corporate is very important. That is how you drive the change. Create small wins, pilot projects that prove new approaches are working. Engage champions, influencers inside the team who embrace change first. Identify that one person in the team who is willing to take the risk and try out the new thing and succeed. Reinforce and reward new mindset. Publicly appreciate adaptability, encourage curiosity. Information hurdle. Identify critical info needs. What data matters most for decisions? Like Hanumantrao Mudgal sir was telling, millions and billions of data are being collected, but nothing is being used. That is because those one or two data which is most important for taking the decision is not focused on. Identify critical infos. Streamline sources, collect from reliable data. Don't collect data from anywhere and everywhere. Build systems, dashboards, customer relationship management, shared databases for easy access. It should be visible to people that this is available. Verify and validate. Regularly check the accuracy and remove outdated data. And finally, promote transparency. Encourage open sharing across teams. Don't get blocked into silos. Technology hurdle. Tech needs assistance. Which are the tech which needs assistance? Identify gaps between current tools and goals. Then adopt simple solutions first. The simplest one, choose scalable, user-friendly platforms. Don't go for the most complicated just because it is available. Pilot before scaling. Try it out. Train and support the people to use it. Finally, continuously upgrade it on a routine basis. Relationship. Map stakeholders. Identify influencers. Reach out strategically. Attend industry forums, network events, online communities. Give before asking. Offer value, knowledge, referrals, introductions. Once your credibility is established, relationship becomes easy. Build trust over time, consistency, follow up regularly, honor your commitments, keep it. Don't allow anything to come in between you and your commitment. Leverage network for growth. Reputation and credibility. Audit current perception. Showcase expertise. Publish insights, case studies, testimonials. Deliver consistently. Associate with trusted brands. Associate only with genuine people. Reinforce with storytelling. These are very important. When we talk about resource hurdle, many frameworks like the Blue Ocean Strategy, they don't isolate physical resources as being separate. Because, finance, technology, human, all these absorb these. So when should it be treated as a separate hurdle? You should treat physical resources as a separate hurdle when the business is asset heavy. Number two, The location infrastructure itself is a competitive factor. Warehouse, near ports, fleets of trucks, prime retail space, all these are asset-heavy businesses. And when scaling depends more on capacity expansion than on finance technology alone. But still, we will understand it so that, at some stage when you all will grow to that level, you will be able to use it. Physical resource as a constraint and as a hurdle, the required physical assets do not exist or cannot be procured in time. Like today, robotics is not available for everybody for your business. Supply chain disruptions make critical material unavailable despite best efforts. COVID is a classic example. Legal or geographic restrictions prevent access to specific physical facilities. There are countries from which you can't import or you can't send. For instance, there are sanctions against countries. And then infrastructure outside the company's control limits, expansion or timely delivery. These are all constraints. Hurdles. Physical assets exist but are underutilized or poorly maintained. That means you are not utilizing it to your capacity utilization. You have a machinery, but it is operating only to 60 to 70%. Facilities are allotted inefficiently, some overburdened, others are idle. Misbelief that we need new infrastructure when existing ones could be reconfigured or shared. And finally, excess inventory, equipment, or space locked in non-core activities. And how do you do it? Assess current utilization. First thing you do is assess your current utilization. Even, if you are not into manufacturing, you can do a current audit of the people. Like Nageshwar Rao sir is a consultant, so he has got a team. He can do an audit of what is the amount of work that each individual is doing, whether the person is doing as per his job description, are the existing time and material being utilized optimally. Then prioritize critical assets. Identify which physical resources directly create value versus nice to have. Optimize the usage. Sharing, leasing, scheduling. If you have got extra capacity, maybe you can lease it to some other company. If you want more capacity, but you are not in a position to buy more machinery, you can maybe, outsource it to another company, enter into a contract and get it manufactured by them. Or you can rent your machinery. So many things can be done. Leverage partnership, contract manufacturing. So many things can be done. And then plan strategic acquisition. Invest in physical assets only when ROI and scale justify. Thank you, friends. Towards the end, I had to rush because the time, I think, is already well past 10:30. What is the time now? 11?
10:38.
40, sir. 10:38.
10:40. Okay. Now, what I suggest is you go through all these things, see the recording, and then see it once or twice, make a list of it, create a checklist, and look into your department, look into your company, look into the team that you have got, and see what you can do here. Any help you want, contact me. Don't worry about it. Any questions? Now, one more thing. Suresh, will you be taking the challenges or should I take it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, he's there.
When should I take it, sir?
No, it's up to you. Are you confident? Because last time you didn't even...
Just give me 3 days time, sir. Give me 3 days time. I will do it, sir. Already I got the slides, everything. Because there is no internet or laptop, I had problems. Now, once again, I will go through it every day and within 3 days, I will become ready.
Give me the date and so that, I can inform them because my next program is a very, very, very important program on this employee engagement. It is a pivotal program. Don't miss it. It is very important because that is where the employee engagement thing really takes a turn from motivation and need to much more purposeful things. And then from that, the building will be very different. So I am preparing that program. If you want, I can take the challenges. That is no issue. But if you want to take it, you take it. You tell me the date. I will send the details to you.
Tomorrow morning, I'll talk to you, sir. Tomorrow morning, I'll surely talk to you, sir.
Okay. Yes. Any questions?
Excellent.
I'll
Excellent.
call you, sir, for something else.
Okay. And the only person who is putting the feedback is Hanuman Rao, sir. Others have decided feedback is not needed. We need not follow up anything. Good 2.5 hours time we will have. It's a matinee show, evening show. Yeah, evening show, not night show. Night is from 9 to 12. Good.
Sir,
It's okay. Yeah.
Sir, these constraints also sometimes we can address. No, sir? No.
Constraints, constraints are boundaries. Match is taking place. See, you are the Indian cricket team, member of the Indian cricket team. Okay. The match is in Chinnaswamy Stadium. Can you change the stadium?
No.
No. But once you reach the stadium, you can check the field. How is the outfield? How is the pitch? Is there grass on it? Will the pace be there? How is the wind? Will there be swing? All these things you can take and you can play according to that. But can you change the stadium?
But here, what we are doing in our company, generally in any project, no, we're listing the constraints. Those constraints are we're treating as a risk. Those risks we're having the mitigation plan. That like that we're working in the project management. But I didn't understand.
Tell you, that's what I'm telling now. What mostly people do is they focus on constraints and solve the wrong problem. They are trying to solve the wrong problem.
Sir, one example I didn't understand. Example, I have to. I do have.
Give
I
me
have
an
to
example.
the Minitab. Now I take the Minitab. I don't know. Yeah, that's only. Actually, I have to do the SPC, Statistical Process Control. Actually, Minitab also one software is there. One software tool is there. That I don't know. That is a constraint for me. But if I take the training, no, that constraint I can overcome, no, like that.
That is not a constraint. This is a hurdle.
Hurdle. Okay.
You are not knowing is not a constraint.
You are telling hurdle. I understand.
See, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
What did you say? SPT. What is it?
The Minitab software, SPC, Statistical Process Control.
So SPC is a constraint.
I understand.
You have to work within that SPC. To work within the SPC, Minitab has been given to you. You don't know how to operate Minitab. That is a hurdle.
Hurdle.
That is not a constraint.
Okay.
Are you understanding what I'm telling?
Yeah, now.
Yes, sir. The SPC defines the boundaries. The
SPC defines the boundaries. You have to work within this.
Yeah.
There are multiple tools that are available to work within that. Minitab is one of the tools. You don't know about it. You have to learn it. That is how you overcome it.
Yeah. Now understand. Hurdles we have to identify, we have to address. But constraints, why have to list out, sir? What is the benefit if I identify the constraints that list?
The first question I asked you, are you willing to go to see the cricket match?
Yeah. Where you told?
The first question you should have, where is it?
Where is it?
So you see, constraints tell you the boundaries within which you have to operate.
Okay. That you have to know. Otherwise, it is wrong. Correct. I understand. Yeah.
See, I'll give you a simple example. You are working in a company. Okay. Your CEO is one Mr. Arun Subramanian. You have your job description, you know everything else. But this Arun Subramanian is deaf. He can't hear. Don't you need to know that?
Yes,
because you are reporting to him.
Yeah.
Because now you see, you will have to plan everything keeping in mind that you are reporting is to a deaf person.
Yeah.
So how will you report to him?
If constraint I didn't know, I cannot.
No, I am giving a simple question. How will you report to this deaf person?
Written reports.
Written report.
I have to
Correct.
learn
Written report. Now you see, if you didn't know that he is deaf, you will go and talk to him. What will happen? He will get irritated.
Yes.
He cannot hear anything. But if you go to him with a report and a paper and pen, he will read that report, ask questions, you write and give it to him.
Same thing I have to say. Before also in prior to constraint we're writing, mitigation plan we're writing. Example, he is not having the, he is not deaf. Then what is the mitigation plan? I have to write the report. That is the mitigation plan. Like that we are listing the constraint with the actions.
See, you are, what you are doing is, you are defining the boundaries and the game plan to play within the boundaries.
Yes.
That is, you are not changing the constraint. You
Correct,
cannot change the constraint,
Yeah.
but hurdle can be changed.
Yeah, understand.
Hurdle can be removed. Constraint cannot be removed.
So we are adapting to the constraints, right, sir? Adapting or accustoming to the
you are working within the boundaries of the constraint.
Boundaries.
Okay.
You are working within the boundaries of the constraint. Hurdles, you have to overcome them. You can't work within the hurdles.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, that is before it was somewhat. Now very clear, sir. But in project, well, I list out, sir, what is the constraint, what is hurdles in project management. Any project we are taking, these things we have to determine before starting the executing the project. Generally, we'll call the risk management also. If these all are the hurdles also, risks no, sir. Generally, if we cause hurdles also some risk only, no. Those are the hurdles is one of the risk point. It is input for the risk management process. So those risks we have to identify. We have to what is prioritize and we have to rate it also medium, high, low. In hurdles also so many there. Many significant significant risks are there. We have to address that. Classification also may be required in hurdles.
See, I'll tell you now. I'll take your example itself. I'll take what you are telling all throughout. What is the constraint in it? What is the hurdle in it?
Which one, sir?
Whatever you have told till now in your office environment, what is the constraint? What is the hurdle?
Now, what I meant is when I'm listing out in the project,
the way your company or your department is doing things is the constraint. You can't change that.
Okay.
That is the procedure they are following.
Yeah, correct. Risk management. I understand. Yeah.
That is the procedure. There, risk management is there, constraints are there, then mitigation plan. You have to do all these things. You have to go through it because that is when they will accept it.
Yeah, I understand, sir.
This
that is already constraint. Policy documents.
This
correct.
is the constraint. And what is the hurdle? To think this is the only way you can even get the result.
That is hurdle. That is hurdle. Yeah. I mean, that one only, I think. Yeah,
understand. See, this you have to do because this is how the company works, the department works. This is the procedure they follow.
Yeah, understand.
But to get tied down by it and not be creative in using your resources to get the final result, that is a hurdle.
Right. Clear, sir. Yeah, I got it. Yes, sir.
You are taught 9 areas in project management. This is what it should be. And the last area is stakeholder management, no? All the 9 areas, right from scope order, or right from scope, time, resources, quality, procurement, communication, and last stakeholder management. So this is what we were taught. I also learned 20 years back, for the 30 years.
No, I'm connecting, sir. SAR class also I'm connecting to that one.
Yes.
See, you might find quite a few changes in what I say for the simple reason I'll tell you. These are mainly taken from personal experience and from case studies.
Yes, sir.
You see, there is a science, there is an applied science. There is difference between science and applied science. What we are discussing here is how to apply it. But that does not mean that the science behind it is, you can ignore. No.
No, it is theory like that. Correct.
Yeah, that will always remain. That's why I said, general principles, then actionable steps.
You have taken which basis, sir? This, what is the training material you made? What is the presentation you made? What is the basis of the books? Any books, sir? Reference books?
All case studies from Ivy League universities.
Okay.
You see, these case studies which I am giving you, they are all available in the net. There is something called case.com, where you will get then all the universities they have. What I do is, but we are not supposed to be reproducing it. There is a copyright limitation. So I changed the name and slightly I changed the industry and create it and put it.
But these case studies we are able to, I am able to relate my companies also, sir. Where I work also.
It's all happening now.
Yeah. They are practical things.
It is not like art.
No. They are real things.
Real. Everything is real.
See, I'll tell you one thing. It requires preparation, and if you want, I can put that website and other details also. I had given once, I remember, in the group, na?
Employee engagement,
no.
I think no, sir. He told that
I have given.
Okay. But where, sir?
Casestudies.com, and then with the university library details where the case studies are taken from, all those I have given in the group once, not now, quite some time back.
Long back it should be. Not in our session, sir.
No, not here, not now, but I think about a year back I had given.
Yeah, that maybe, sir.
In the mentoring group I had given.
Okay.
Because someone asked for it, and then I thought that, okay, it will be useful for everyone. I had given that. I will give you, don't worry, if you are interested.
Yeah.
See, what I am suggesting is, whatever we are discussing, go through it once or twice. You will find a lot of things.
That is more than sufficient, sir. That is more than sufficient than the books you have put in a very systematic way. So that's okay.
It will be very useful to you. You can use it. And even if you use 5% of it, I'm telling you, it will make a drastic difference. And automatically, see, ultimately what happens, sir, as you keep doing this, your mindset also starts changing and you start thinking in that direction.
Yeah.
One of the biggest advantages we all have is, what? Can you tell me what is the biggest advantage we have?
Now, where we can apply also, so that opportunity is there, no? Where we're already working. What you learned, no?
Adaptability, sir.
Student was there, no? I'm not able to apply some, what is examples of 8D, something I'm not able to apply. Why means I don't have any example to applications. That is difficulty, student life. But in the organization, it is always required, so we can apply immediately also. Based on the
biggest advantage, Halmantrao sir, is that we don't have to do it. We can get others to do it.
Yeah, that you told, sir. Leadership role. Yeah. Only direction.
Leadership role. The problem is when you have to sit and do it, it becomes very difficult. But if you understand it, tell your subordinate, do like this, he will go and he will do the heavy lifting. You see, doing the heavy lifting is the biggest problem in anything. My subordinates always used to tell me, sir, aapko kya, aap to bol dete ho. Karne mein jaan nikal jati hai hamari. So I used to think, to niklegi, come to my position then. I am not stopping you. Go to my position and live life happily.
Yeah, strategy making and direction also, that is also very challenging, sir.
It is challenging, but you see, I'll tell you one thing. For instance, supposing you tell them, list out the various human resource challenges, the hurdles that we have. It will be very difficult. Sitting and doing it is very difficult. When they come with the answer to you, with this worksheet in your hand, you can find out which are the constraints, which are the hurdles in the list that they have given. But if you are asked to sit and do it, believe me, Hanumantrao sir, it will become miserable. That's why I say, having a checklist and a template is very, 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 very important. When you have a template with you, when you have a checklist with you, life becomes extraordinarily easy. Once I complete this, I will take a class exclusively on how to create a checklist and how to create a template. Yeah, I'll tell you after that, every program will become very easy for you. You are asking me last time about which one you are asking? About the checklist?
I was asking for a checklist, sir. Total checklist. How
But you
you
shared, sir,
I
one
also
time.
asked this.
What are the last class?
Last class.
Karabswamy is asked the one checklist. You shared, sir, one checklist also shared.
I also shared one checklist.
One checklist I seen. One same thing you told that every after the class, same thing you have to make a checklist. You told
that was templates. That was
template.
template. Sir was to give a session on checklist.
No, I will create. I've not yet
checklist
created.
class
I will
is
create
not
a session on checklist and template creation. I will create that so that you will be able to very easily follow it. A checklist is the best thing that you can, once you will master how to create a checklist, everything will become very easy. Okay, thank you, folks.
Thank you, sir.
Please post your feedback if it is not very difficult.
Sure,
I know
sir.
Anwantrao sir will
We'll
definitely
I'll
post. Thank
post.
you. Good night.
No,
And
you told
Suresh,
us,
you
sir,
tell
one-
me within
sir,
3
Arun sir, you
days
told
when
for-
you are going to give.
Arun sir, you told that feedback is not for you. It is me. Then I'm done doing the functionally. You told that feedback is for me. So I am doing.
I'll tell you, it's a very good thing. Once you create the feedback, that means you have to go back to it.
Yeah, typing I can.
And once or twice you go back to it, believe me, you will become very good at it.
Yeah.
And today you might not see the difference, Hanuman sir, I'm telling you, but 6 months down the line, your people will tell you have changed.
Thank you,
Your
sir.
subordinates, peers, and superiors will tell, yeah, what happened to you? We are a very changed person.
Thank you, sir.
It will happen. You wait
They
and
will
see.
tell or not, I do not know, due to some limitation. I am able to recognize myself. Sometimes people won't appreciate, sir. Some good people only will appreciate.
Our language has changed. When we talk to people, they look to us what he is talking.
Anil sir, every day morning
Anil
is
sir is already
making videos.
Anil sir is always advanced level.
Yeah. I am becoming, sir, because of you, day by day, very popular here.
Yeah, that will be
Good. That's why I think the next person who should start doing is Mathur Sahab. Mathur Sahab कुछ नहीं करते हैं.
नहीं करते हैं.
नहीं क्या करते हैं?
Sir, last time भगवत गीता told
मैंने
us.
इनको माथुर साहब से बोला कि यार नवरात्रि का समय है, बढ़िया से दुर्गा जी पे मतलब आप प्रोग्राम कीजिए 9 दिन. नहीं किए भाई.
करूंगा सब करेंगे.
क्या नवरात्रि के बाद दुर्गा जी पे आप प्रोग्राम कीजिएगा?
और किसी पे कर लेंगे सब. कभी कर रहे हैं. थोड़ा सा अभी थोड़ा मेंटल स्ट्रेस में हूं मैं थोड़ा अंदर से.
क्या हुआ? मेंटल स्ट्रेस का आपको क्यों हो गया?
सही है सब.
सब ठीक है ना?
घर में ठीक है.
सब ठीक है. सब ठीक है.
अब मैं आ रहा हूँ. अब आ गए ना वापस आ गए ना वापस.
सबकी तबीयत ठीक है ना? सबकी भाभी जी की तबीयत कैसी है?
ठीक है सर. ठीक.
आप मेंटल स्ट्रेस मत लो यार, ये सब फालतू का. याद रखना वही जो मैं बोलता हूँ ना, खाया पिया कुछ नहीं, गिलास थोड़ा बाहर आना. लाइफ यही है. मजे में रहो. डोंट वरी टू मच अबाउट इट. ओके.
ठीक है सर. थैंक यू सर. थैंक यू.
Good night, sir.
Bye bye.
Yes, sir. Good night.
Good night.
So Suresh, tell me after 2 days, huh?
Tomorrow itself I will talk to you, sir. There are two things I have to talk to you. Tomorrow I will talk to you.
Confirm with your family members that they should allow you to take the class.
Yeah, I'll talk to them and then we'll